How's it going, everyone? Got a bunch of PlayStation Plus updates to go over for you guys. The monthly essential titles are rolling out right now, so you'll be able to check that out. I want to go over the games that are leaving quickly again because you will have another week to play those, but then they are gone. They're getting pulled from the service, and hopefully we'll get a solid replenishment of titles when the extra and premium update comes out, probably next week. So we'll talk about that, and a PlayStation Plus title for June has already been revealed. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But right off the bat, the PlayStation Plus monthly titles for May are rolling out right now. That is Ark Survival Ascended, Balatro, and Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun. So I don't have a lot of interest in Ark Survival Ascended. I did see some people upset that the PS4 version of Ark is not being given away, so that is a little bit of a bummer for those of you guys on the PS4. You know, sometimes I joke around about, hey, nobody watching our channel is still on the PS4, but you would be surprised. Every time I say that, I feel like a lot of people come out and say, hey, I'm still playing games on the PS4. Balatro and Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun, on the other hand, those games will be available on the PS4 and PS5. Balatro is a great offer, given that I feel like that game has a ton of attention, especially coming off the heels of 2024, where it was nominated for Game of the Year. A lot of people didn't even know about the game. Now it is available as a PlayStation Plus title, and Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun is a throwback first-person shooter that is really, really well received. So when you talk about the secondary and tertiary titles of this month, you know, Ark is kind of being promoted as that headlining game, but really, I find more interest in the secondary and tertiary games in Balatro and Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun. Balatro especially, even though, you know, it is a budget title at $15. It goes on sale for, you know, $13.49. It'll see like a 10% off discount. So the fact is that alongside Warhammer 40k, I feel like are solid offerings. And then Ark Survival Ascended as well. You'll be able to check that out. So have a gander at all of those. You've got until June the 3rd to redeem all of those games. And yeah, that is the Essential lineup. So you can sign up for Essential, get those games, and yeah, you'll be good to go for next month as well. But definitely check out Balatro, check out Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun. I think a lot of you guys will be pleasantly surprised by those. To reiterate, all of these titles will be leaving the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium catalog on May the 20th. So as of the recording of this video, and by the time you guys are watching this video, around 2 weeks. You've got around 2 weeks to check out any of these games. That includes Grand Theft Auto 5, MotoGP 24, The Sims 4 Island Living, Resistance Fall of Man, and Resistance 2. Those are PlayStation Plus Premium streaming titles. Walkabout Mini Golf, Synth Riders, Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord, Before Your Eyes, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, Stranded Alien Dawn, the Lego Movie 2 video game, Ghost Runner, Payday 2 Crime Wave Edition, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, Journey to the Savage Planet, Portal Knight, Enter the Gungeon, Batman Arkham Knight, and Infamous Second Son. To be perfectly honest, all of these games, you could probably complete them within 2 weeks. Not like you can't beat every single game that's leaving the service, but if you want to pick and choose one or two of those games, these are all digestible experiences. I mean, GTA 5 is quite lengthy, but and then you look at games like Infamous Second Son. Yes, Infamous Second Son is an open world game and it's worthwhile to go through the game twice, but a single playthrough of that game is actually fairly short. I remember playing that game in early 2014 when it came out and actually being surprised by how short the game was. You know, so there you go. With that, Batman Arkham Knight, not super lengthy, and then everything else is fairly on the short side outside of, again, Grand Theft Auto 5 will take you a little bit of time, but if you got 2 weeks where you can hunker down, you can beat GTA 5 easily within 2 weeks. So jump on those, and hopefully we will get a solid replenishment of titles, because again, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 games getting pulled from Plus Extra. That is 14 games. You want to know how many games got added to Plus Extra as a part of the monthly games lineup editions last month? 6. So if we get another 6 games, I'm going to be infuriated, because then we know what's going on. If we get 6 to 8 games this month, we know what's going on, where Sony is cost-cutting how many licenses they're going to sign deals for Plus Extra, and they're slowly going to lessen the value of it. That's what always happens with these subscription services, and people don't pick up on it. People people just see stuff like, oh my god, Plus is going up in price and get annoyed by that. They don't see at the same time when Plus is going up in price that the value proposition is going down, and that's what I've been trying to talk about over and over again on this channel. Whenever we talk about the monthly catalog updates, we talk about it also from the sense of what are the games getting pulled from the service and what are the games added to the service. There's always going to be a churn, there's always going to be a bit of a turnover where games are leaving the service, but at the very least, it should be equitable as far as games getting added to the service and games leaving the service, and if not anything else, if the price is going up, it should be additive. But for the most part, I don't think, since the price has gone up, there was 1 month where I would say that the month of monthly additions were better than the games leaving the service. Sometimes I would say it's equal, but for the most part, the majority of the months, I would say there's lesser value in the games getting added. And when you're talking about pulling first-party games like Infamous Second Son and Resistance 1 and 2 from a streaming standpoint, you know, that kind of gets your head scratching, being like, all right, Sony, what are we doing here? And Infamous Second Son, I very much see getting a remaster sometime by the end of this year, because that's Sony doing Sony things, you know what I'm saying? Lastly, I do want to note that we do have a June PlayStation Plus title already confirmed, and that is FBC Firebreak. This is done by Remedy. Yes, that Remedy that did Control and Alan Wake. FBC Firebreak will be a multiplayer game, and it will be available standalone for $39.99, but it will be baked into Plus Extra and Premium day one. I would have to think that they'll use FBC Firebreak as a day one title to pretend like they're giving you a lot of value in June, and the rest of the month is going to be pretty weak. Because if you look at April, they gave you Blueprints as a day one title, and then the rest of the month was fairly weak. I foresee June being a fairly weak update. I hope I'm wrong about that. FBC Firebreak is a cooperative first-person shooter set within a mysterious federal agency under assault by otherworldly forces. As a year-long siege on the agency's headquarters reaches its boiling point, only Firebreak, the Bureau's most versatile unit, has the gear and the guts to plunge into the building's strangest crisis, restore order, and blast their way back from the brink. Paranatural pandemonium dive into the Federal Bureau of Control's unpredictable and extra-dimensional headquarters during its darkest day and strangest hours. As one of the FBC's fearless first responders, you and your team are on call to confront everything from reality-warping anomalies to otherworldly monsters. No matter the odds, will you contain the chaos or finally lose control? Cooperative chaos, join forces with friends or strangers to tackle each mission as a well-oiled crew. Survival in this 3-player cooperative FPS hinges on quick thinking and seamless teamwork as you scramble to tame raging paranatural crises across a variety of unexpected locations. Improve your odds by utilizing the tools and skills that make you unique or improvising with whatever's on hand to support your crew. Beyond bullets, before deploying, select your weapon and customize your Firebreaker's crisis kits with specialized tools, grenades, support items, and paranatural augments, and the Federal Bureau of Control. Return to the strange and unexpected world of Control or Venture in the first time in this standalone multiplayer experience. Discover the iconic and unfathomable headquarters of the FBC, the oldest house, from an entirely new perspective. Now, from my vantage point, obviously, I would rather Remedy work on what brought them to the dance, you know, their narrative-driven single-player titles. Even though I wasn't crazy about Alan Wake 2, I did love Control, and, you know, I just don't know how a multiplayer game is going to do. At the very least, it is going to have added level of interest, given that it's going to be accessible to Plus Extra and Game Pass subscribers right out the gate. So that is going to offer a little bit of a community right out the gate, but ultimately, as far as its longevity, we'll see how it turns out. Usually these days, it's a fair assumption that with a multiplayer game, you just kind of chalk it up as more likely than not. I mean, you just look at how many of them do flop, how many of them do go under in a couple of months. I'm not saying this is going to, but the likelihood of them being successes these days, I just feel like, is so low. But who knows? Remedy's an incredibly talented studio, and them trying something multiplayer-oriented, it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. But that'll do it for me. Again, some PS Plus updates. We've got the May games rolling out right now. Remember the games leaving extra, and a June game already confirmed with FBC Firebreak. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.